Welcome to the Sunblood Network, home where you can be taught the technology of your mind and body. This is your host, General Y Guy, signing on. Right. We have a great topic. We're going to keep it on topic. Okay. The topic of what we'll be speaking about is a topic that most people may not be aware of. We all talk about crack babies. We all talk about different type of babies, right? But due to my discovery, I started looking at things from a different angle where I started to look at things like, okay, you do have crack babies. That's true. Do we have AI babies? What I'm asking is this: could there be a line of people where they are just created to just be AI? Now, what I mean by that, as in, we got to go back from when it was a baby, because everybody talk about, like different epidemics that happen to babies. Like most people talk about crack babies. Most people don't talk about the conversation of AI babies, though. That's what a lot of people don't talk about. Like how a whole line of, you know, kids that were created just to be AI. They were created to be AI. It doesn't mean that they stay as such, but the system created them to be like that. Now, everything, right, when creation starts, right, majority of people look at creation starts between, you know, when you mate with a woman, right, and then creation starts right there within the womb, right. Don't get me wrong, that is a form of creation, but what you got to ask is this: let's say you have two computers, right? Let's say one computer is passing information and data to the next computer, right? Now, let's pay attention. We know that simple. If one computer has a virus on it, right, and is communicating with another device, there is a possibility that that virus can be sent to the next computer. Thank you. So the best thing to do would be block off communication to the device that's sending viruses. Now, figure out what type of virus is inside of the computer, and now don't download it with a solution in order to get rid of the virus. The thing is this, though. Let me show you what I mean. See the two computers that I'm talking about? That's your question. If your mother and father, right, just deals with information and data of artificial ingredients, right? Artificial ingredients, you would say, is a food source, but you got to pay attention. Artificial, A, ingredients, I. So it would be a source of artificial information and data. Now let's just say your mother and father, let's just say that's what the only information and data that they deal with. Is that the only information and data that is projected upon you in the time of being within the womb for 9 months? These are the angles that majority of people are not looking at. This is the information that's not installed inside the technology of the mind. So if you don't have the information and data, it would be safe that you do not comment on something that you do not know. If you came here to block the information and data from yourself, great. I will make sure that gets done for you. I didn't come here to argue with anyone. I didn't come here with the back and forth or anything like that. If I see that inside the comment section, you will be rejected. Do you understand? All right. This is a conversation that no one upon this earth has information and data upon. Everyone knows about crack babies. No one knows the information and data of AI babies and how they're created. So there is no argument here. I don't want to see arguments in the conversation. Thank you. All right. Give me just a second. Let me get my warm-ups real quick. And then at that, we could begin this galactic conversation that we'll be having. If you can see in the title screen, that is the title of the conversation. If you want to enlighten yourself within the conversation, it is okay for you to ask questions. If you come within the conversation, I see that you're arguing with yourself, I reject you out of the classroom. Okay? All right. Give me a second, right? As y'all come in, y'all can shout your city and state where you are from, right? Let's keep it professional in here. We're not trying to sit here and crash out. Okay? So, like I said again, the conversation that we'll be having is the creation of AI babies. If you have no intel, don't put no input. And we back. Snap. Fit check before we begin. We got the Knuckles hat. Looking like a baby. We got baby Knuckles right here. We got a high-tech a ruby on the neck. OTF what? OTF sweatpants on the scene with some what these is. These the Jordan 1s looking like Michael Myers on the scene, I ain't even gonna lie. Red, black with some white at the bottoms. Yeah. Fit check. What's your fit check? We're gonna get into a little bit of conversation before we get into that. They ain't really saying too much. Let the people come on in a little bit. What? What? Oh, don't look at me like that. First question in your mind. Look at your mind. How I know that in your mind? Why is he drinking out of a bowl? How I know that? Watch this. Why is he drinking out of a bowl? How I know that's in your mind? Predictable. Okay? Someone had asked you a question. Someone asked you, are you a certain type of color? I don't know. I don't know what that is. What type of programming is that? I don't know what that is. Alright, we're gonna let that shit roll. Let that shit roll, let that shit roll. What we got? We got like hour and a half. Let's I guess nobody got no fit check. All right. Nobody got no fit check. Nobody don't want to check their fit inside the conversation. Nobody. Let me guess the outfit on the other side. Hold on. Let me guess the outfit on the other side. Is it a black shirt, black pants, probably black shoes? Probably that right there. I know. I get it. It's all good. I understand the colorway, but I understand. I understand. No, I understand. I get it. I get it. Remember what the conversation about, okay? Conversation about, you know how they talk about crack babies, right? Let's talk about AI babies. Okay? We're gonna talk about that. They all around you. You know that, right? You don't know that? How you don't know that? Come on now. You smart. I know you know. Come on now. You got a whole group of people that was created. They all AI computer generated though. I'm gonna tell you how it happened. God damn. We gotta go back to the womb right here. Just as much as they going back to the moon, I'm done. Why you think they doing that? It's the same thing. Ain't nothing off the topic. Same thing. hmm Same topic. A lot of people don't want to talk about this one right here. No. We're gonna let the people come in, okay? Be patient. All right? Because you know when the people come in, they're gonna be like, what is the conversation about? Okay? Be patient. It's gonna roll out. I know you listening like, hold on, I heard of crack babies before. AI babies. Like, yeah. I ain't never heard of that. I know. The people gonna tell you it's true, okay? That's why I want the people to come in, all right? Okay? That way you're not looking at me like I'm crazy, okay? All right. I'm not the crazy one, all right? All right. I'm just letting you know, okay? It's gonna be all right. Motherfucker asked me. These people is funny in the comic section, ain't they? These people be making me laugh in the comic section. I tell you, for real. Watch this. Watch what happened with the mind frame. Watch. Just watch. That's what we talking about right there. AI computer generated babies. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. Hell no. You think people want to talk about that? No. But it's the truth. It's not like it's a lie. I mean, let me show you this so you can understand. You know how you say these children are crack babies, right? Let's dissect that. How does a child become a crack baby? Now, this is what you're gonna say. You're gonna say the reason why the child came out to be on crack is because the mom must have had something to do with crack. Okay, let's keep that. Now you see that, right? Now how you see how the average person would say the baby on crack because the mom was on crack. Can I ask you a question? If the mother is intaking artificial ingredients is nothing more than a form of information and data that you call food, right? That is AI, artificial, A, ingredients I. If you intertwining yourself, your womb, the hardware of your vessel, with that, what your children coming out to be? Oh, so hold on. Popular belief, if you taking crack as a mother, your child is going to come out as crack. But it's not popular belief if your mother is intaking artificial ingredients that are nothing more than a source of information and data that is nothing more than artificial information and data. You're intertwining yourself with that. You think your children are not going to come out with that? Hmm. Shit is crazy. Hey. I can see on the other end, we got someone commenting, right? And they feel insulted. Y'all exposing yourselves with those comments, okay? Y'all exposing yourselves. So if you're not an AI computer generated baby, what's up with the nasty comments? That's the proof. Because AI computer generated babies feel as though being that you're exposing us, we take it as an insult. When crack babies are being exposed, they don't take it as an insult. So why are AI babies taking it as an insult? Mm. Let's get into your tech. Um, they say that creation starts within the womb for about 9 months. Let's pay attention to something. I would simply ask you, what type of food, that way the third dimensioners can understand, what type of food did your mother intake for 9 months? For higher consciousness, what type of information and data did your mother receive and project upon you for 9 months? What I'm showing you is that the average human being never asked their mother and father, what informational sources do y'all come from? Do you come from the informational source of produce that produces the intelligence of mind and body? Or do you come from the intelligence of artificial ingredients? Okay? All right. I noticed a lot of people was kind of quiet in there after that last conversation right there about those AI babies. Notice that real quick. Notice the arguments didn't want to come in. I'm still on it. Give me a second. I didn't come here to argue, okay? I know the AI babies want to argue. I understand. I didn't come here to argue with you. I just came here to tell you how you were created, okay? All right. Don't fight with us. You don't want to fight with us. We're the worst ones to fight with, okay? Okay. So, right? We have in this world where everybody loves AI, okay? Everybody love it. But the question is this: how did AI become so popular? Did AI become very popular within the womb? The stomach. You see the moon above you, right? All right. I'm gonna make the connection. I'm just putting the devices in front of you. That's it. Now, what you understand is this: why would someone, right, give an informational source that most people call a food, but it is also a source of information and data? Why would someone give individuals artificial ingredients. You do understand that the ingredients come down to information and data. Now, what you got to understand is this. When you go to the store, the information and data inside the store is what the technology of your body is storing. Your body has ability to hold vitamins and minerals.